All right, boys and girls, what we're going to look at here is we are going to be working on commas and extending the multiplying by 10 and dividing by 10. If we look here at our place value chart, we have ones, tens, hundreds, and then we know we get a comma because it's 1, 2, 3, comma. Then we have thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. Do you notice a connection between ones and thousands? Tens and 10,000s, hundreds and 100,000s. You should see a repeat of a word in the 10 and the 100. And then you'll notice the next 1, 2, 3 will be a comma as well. So after every hundreds, you see those commas there. And you'll notice that this 100 is the beginning of that 100,000. This 10 is the beginning of that 10,000. All right, if we look at this number, it's just a giant number. But once you throw commas in there, it's much easier to read. So we do 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. So here is our millions spot. Because we have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, 10 millions, 100 millions, and then we have billions. So this we would read 3,608,430,325. All right, that's a giant number. Let's go to something a little bit easier. Let's imagine that we did this number. Of course, you go 1, 2, 3, comma, and how would you read that? Well, it would be 430,325. That's how you would read it. 430,325. All right. All right, let's imagine we have 10 hundreds. What do we do? If I just have 10 hundreds, we know we can never have 10 in one spot. Nothing above 9. So we have to bundle it and move it over. I didn't multiply by 10 because multiplying by 10 would make me add all these other discs. But I just noticed I had 10 and I moved it over, which gives me 1,000. 1, 2, 3, comma. So let's do that again. Let's imagine I have 10,000s. What would I do? Well, I hope you said you would bundle it because there's 10 of them, and I would move it over because 10,000s is the same as 1 10,000. So now I would write it out, and 1, 2, 3, comma. All right, let's do a harder one. Let's imagine we had 6 hundreds, and then I added 4 more hundreds. What's that equal? Well, if you count them all up, you'll see that they equal 10. I bundle them, they're gone, and I move it over. It wasn't times 10 because I didn't add more discs by multiplying. I just had those discs in there. So again, that would equal 1,000. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so the next thing you're going to notice is I've placed something up top, which is the numbers we're working with. We have 23,000s and 4 10,000s. So I'm going to put in 23,000s and 4 10,000s. All right, you'll notice I grouped them in tens. I went 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23,000s, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10,000s. So here's where it gets a little tricky. I cannot have all of these in my thousands place. Because I cannot have all of these in my thousands place, I have to bundle them and move them over. Now remember, I'm not timesing by 10. I'm just counting what I have. Nothing told me to bundle or to times them by 10. It just told me to bundle because I can't have 10 in one space. These 3 I can't do anything with. They have to be left behind. So now I count my 10,000s. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. I have 3,000s. I have 0 hundreds, 0 tens, 0 ones. So it's 1, 2, 3, comma, 63,000. All right, up to this point we've just been bundling with numbers that we've added together. So, I had 23,000s and 4 10,000s, and I was putting them together. So it's just adding. Well, now we're going to move on to 10 times. We've done this before, so this should be relatively quick. So what we're going to do is we're going to model 5 hundreds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 tens, 1, 2, 3. Now, I want to do 5 hundreds and 3 tens times 10. Do you see how I put those together? 5 hundreds, 3 tens times 10. This 10 times is just me telling you it was 10 times. So I put my 500s down and I put my 3 tens down. And now I have to multiply by 10. Well, I'm going to multiply each disc by 10. What I've shown you in the past is this one times 10 as I make 10 discs. We're kind of moving beyond that. And what we need to do is we need to actually write this times 10 and bring that disc over and cross it off. Times 10. Bring that disc over, cross it off. Times 10. Bring that disc over, cross it off. Because we know when we do times 10, it ends up coming down here and we end up bundling it. But we need to keep these separate from these. So whatever way you do it, see how I made these ones larger than my smaller ones? Makes a little bit of a difference. So you don't times 10 these again. These are already moved. So here, times 10. Cross it off. 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 And times 10. Cross it off. So when I multiply 5 hundreds and 3 tens times 10, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thousands, 1, 2, 3 hundreds, 0 tens, 0 ones, 1, 2, 3, comma, 5,300. So as you can see, there's definitely a difference between multiplying by 10 and just adding them up. When you're just adding them up, then you don't have to move that times 10 over because we're not multiplying, we're just adding our pieces and bundling where we need to. All right, good luck.